Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Comix-Watch, where one day I will have an actual intro for this. Joining us, as always, is the squire of comics himself, Jared from Comics League. How you doing, buddy?
Well, if Nick's past is any indicator, he's master put off to tomorrow, so the intro won't get done for another 5 years.
It sucks how right you actually are.
I told ya.
Because how long have I told you guys that I'd have like a new intro for Comix-Watch and whatnot?
Since the beginning of this show.
One day.
Over the rainbow.
All right, stop it before MGM comes after us. So, anyway, we got a really cool episode. We are talking about girls, comics girls, and the artists who draw them. So,
okay, first, I was a little concerned though with that reference. I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, the Motley Crue song. You've never heard of that one? But anyway, so we're gonna start off by kind of listing our top 3 artists who draw the best women. Actually, it's gonna be top 2 because the number 1 spot for both of us has already kind of been taken. Jared, would you agree?
Yeah, I think you know who my number 1 for drawing specifically women. Yes.
And my number 1. So let's just get this out of the way. Jared,
wait.
Can you look up?
Let's say it at the exact same time. You ready? 1, 2,
2,
3.
Michael
Turner. There you go.
I should have been like an a-hole and said Greg Land as like a troll.
Oh, the Tracer.
That would have been the troll, but no.
The dude that has traced from let's just say less than appropriate sources by his own admission.
I mean, he has a very infamous Sue Storm where she's like this.
Yeah, but you know what his reference for that was, right?
Was it corn?
It's stuff. Yeah, it's stuff that comes from a certain corner of the internet.
It was corn on the cob, wasn't it?
Exactly. So what we're going to do, so I pulled up a couple of Michael Turner images because I come prepared. I'm like Batman. So we got here, I mean, if Nick can share my screen, let me look at this.
Oh, baby.
He draws some of the finest women and dudes ever. I mean, we even have like Fathom here. And then my personal favorite when he came over to DC to do some variant covers, and then the art for the reintroduction of Supergirl.
His Supergirl is just mwah.
And we had some pretty dope Super Wonder moments in that book, so I appreciate that. That's why I have it in trade. Soon to have it in omnibus.
Okay, question for you: if you could have a single piece of art signed by both Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot, what would it be? For obvious reasons.
All right, hang on 1 second. Well, let me pull that up.
You know exactly what I'm getting at, don't you?
No, I know. Is it this one? Wait. But anyway, so Nick, while I find the exact cover I want, why don't you tell the fine people at home why you like Michael Turner?
Well, I like Michael Turner for very much the same reason that Jared does. It's one of the few things that me and Jared actually agree upon. So, it's kind of a holy shrine. The way he draws women in a way that no other comic book artist really is able to seem to match. It's just, yeah, the proportions are a bit unrealistic at times, but his women are just so beautiful.
But again, he's drawing fictional characters. Yeah. So what different? Whenever they were like, whenever like critics were like, "Where are her organs?" I'm like, "She's a superhero. What difference does it make?"
Yeah, it's like these are basically cartoons. Like, who the frick cares? But like, and the thing about Michael Turner stuff is they're beautiful. I mean, they're sexy, but they're not sexualized.
They're not hyper sexualized, exactly.
Like, yeah, Todd McFarlane draws beautiful women, but he draws sexy women. You know, like there's a difference between drawing sexy women and beautiful women. Beautiful women, you can look at them and appreciate them as living works of art, and in a kind of a non-sexual way. But at sexy women, you look at them, you're like,
Found my cover.
nice.
There you go. I had to.
So you would get you would basically get a print of that.
No, I would bring the actual individual issue, have it signed, and then hopefully have it signed by Sewell and Daniel, and then have it slabbed.
But also have it signed by Henry Cavill.
Yes, exactly. So have it signed by 4 people, and then have it signed. And then if he's there, hey, Zack Snyder, do you want to sign this?
Imagine, I just want to imagine, like, you get it signed, like, you get, like, Gal looks at it, she's like, I know exactly what he ships. Like, Gal knows, and like Henry Cavill will be like, I can just imagine Henry looks like, so you're a super wonder. Yes. I could just see Henry Cavill like directly saying.
I could see him having an actual in-depth conversation about it. Because the dude's a Superman nut, and I mean nut in the most respectful way, boss.
And then all of a sudden, Henry Cavill appears on Super Wonder Legacy.
Yeah, he leans over. So do I. He winks at Gal Gadot.
Imagine it's like, hi, this is Henry Cavill, and you're watching Comics League, home of Super Wonder.
Yes, that would be great. But anyway, so that's my thing. That's like my favorite cover. Plus, I can just bring the trade and have that signed. But so there you go. The thing I like about Turner is that, yeah, it's the same point. He doesn't he sexualizes them, but it stops at a point where it's like, okay, you know what? We're not trying to. It's tastefully done, in other words, because ultimately, because here's what people don't understand about about superheroes in general. They're the most hyper idealized form of humanity known to man. They're not supposed to look like us.
Like, basically, the way I see it is Michael Turner's women, they're sexualized enough to where it's like, I could see, like, if Supergirl, like, this character was an actual woman, this is how much she sexualized herself, and she wanted to be beautiful and attractive and whatnot. It kind of makes you feel like, okay, this is what a woman would want to see herself as.
There's a whole scene in the book and movie where Supergirl is shopping in the mall, and Clark's like, no. That was so good. I love that. And there's two creepy dudes looking at her, and then Superman just mean mugs them.
Oh my god. Imagine if you went all Homelander and just did the end, like his eyes glowed.
His eyes glow, and then they're like phones explode or something like that. He does a specific thing to screw with them.
Oh my god! Or he just goes, and they just like they
get like knocked back. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god!
Or like he goes, Bruce, up to the battle range, just knocks him in the head.
Just be glad Superman didn't have any daughters. Oh dear God.
He did with Wonder Woman.
But imagine, like, the Superman and Lois Superman. Imagine if he had daughters. Like, we saw that scene where he went all brutal. Imagine if that was his daughter.
But wait, imagine this. So you pick up a girl on a date. You go up. Her parents are Superman and Wonder Woman.
Well, you don't know that, but, you know.
No, but imagine you walk into the door and you see her parents. And say you knew. You're like, particularly Wonder Woman, who comes from a society of Amazons. You're like, we'll be back a half hour early. I will not touch her. I
can just imagine where, like, the daughter had powers. Like, Dad, he tried to do stuff. Like, I broke his wrist, and like, yeah, that's fine. But I'm gonna go break his other wrist.
No, it's like he goes, violence is never okay, Lara. It's like that scene in Deadpool where he goes, I would never say that. Good job. That is so irresponsible. No. Kill him.
No, in this scenario, Clark is the one saying it, and then Wonder Woman's like,
Yeah, Diana's like, good job.
yeah, that is totally.
castration.
I could totally see in this scenario Clark being the bad cop, and
then he looks at
Wonder Woman
Diana. He's like, what? She's like, what? And he goes, Cal, she's gonna have to learn this stuff.
Cal, she acted like a true Amazon warrior. I could not be prouder.
But yeah, but there's one Michael Turner image that I do want to draw. It is of Wonder Woman, but this is actually kind of an interesting image.
Oh, real quick, before I say this, I want to put this idea in the ether. This daughter, her summer camps are spent on Themyscira. So summer camp on summer, she spends on Themyscira training.
So look at this image. This is when Darkseid sent an army of Doomsday clones to Themyscira.
Oh, okay. I need you to enlarge it, please.
Hang on. Let me see if I. Oh, it went to my Twitter. Hang on. Jeez.
All right. You just download. Yeah, you can download. It's fine. It's fine. So, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say what one of your two other artists are.
For drawing women, you should know.
Jim Lee.
Yes.
Matt Fabok.
You mean Jason Fabok? But no,
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite general art. There.
That is good art. Yeah,
and look at Batman with the axe. He's like, these are clones. I can kill them.
And he's still not using guns.
He's still not using guns. And then there's one, and that was the moment where as soon as Superman found out they were fake, he goes, I can kill these guys. He flies up and just heat visions the crap out of them. And then he collapses to the ground. He's like, I killed them. And then Diana's there. She romantically she actually, you know what? I'll get the image. But in terms of drawing women, let me see. After Lee and Turner, there's quite a few places I could go with this, but honestly, if I have to pick, I'm gonna have to go with Tony Daniel, the artist for Superman, Wonder Woman. Tony S. Daniel. I'll pull up a few of his images he did for the book, because he was the artist on the book with Charles Sewell. Everyone knows I freaking love that book, so.
Yeah, for me, in terms of my number two, and check private chat, is basically, what do you got here?
So this is my favorite Superman Wonder Woman cover. It was a wraparound cover that Tony S. Daniel did, because what this is trying to show is that Superman and Wonder Woman's world can meld together. Because that was one of the concerns of the deniers. They're like, will their worlds be able to mix? And I'm like, yeah, actually pretty well, because Superman fights gods all the time.
Yeah, I would agree. They do fight a very similar tier of foes, which, I mean, let's be honest, this is a point against WonderBat. Batman and Wonder Woman's worlds really don't mix, because Wonder Woman would not deal with basically, if anyone else dealt with the Joker other than Batman, the Joker would have been dead.
And Wonder Woman,
here's the disabled.
Well, dead, because guess what? Wonder Woman doesn't care about killing.
Wonder Woman would have just killed, literally chopped it, lopped his head off at the first encounter.
I can imagine she's leaving Wayne Manor. I'll bring his head.
Yeah, so that, and that's a lot of Batman villains are more psychological and kind of thing. So
I saw an excuse, and I want to run this by you. And yes, I saw that. I'm looking up right now. But I asked. And this is years before this is like a year before you hopped on Comics League, but I put out, why do you guys like WonderBat? I want to know. I want to see if there's actually some pretty good arguments. One of the things they said, and this is the biggest BS argument, I want to see what effect she would have on Gotham City. And I'm like, two things wrong with that argument. Number one, he's best friends with Superman, and Gotham has not gotten any better. Second off, do you really think that they're going to let her just hang out in Gotham City? what I tell people is they're not going to let any part of Batman change because Batman makes them lots of money.
Like, Batman villains work great for Batman. Like, that is a fact. Batman has like the next to Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man and Batman's rogue galleries are legendary, iconic, the best ever. Mwah!
Yeah, what you have to realize
Batman's rogues gallery only works for Batman. So you could have some of them, like, Bane, I could maybe see being like a foil Superman or something, or Wonder Woman, maybe.
But even that, because here's the thing, Bane is still a dude, so one punch from like a Kryptonian or a half demigod is gonna make his head fall off.
And the thing is, Joker really could only work for a one shot. Like, okay, so the Injustice scenario that the Joker did. Okay, yeah, that I could actually see that happening, but that only works once. Like, that he only has one shot to do.
Yeah, because and what happened to the Joker? All right, and there's one image. I have some stuff up for what you want to look up. There's one Tony Daniel image that I want to show. It's related to that image about Wonder Woman and Superman's World's Mix. So the first volume of the Superman Wonder Woman book is like her fighting a bunch of Superman villains like Zod and Feora. But she fights one more. I'm going to share the screen. And by the way, this was this character's first appearance in the New 52. You ready?
Okay.
All right, share screen.
I love that.
She fights Doomsday, and Doomsday breaks her arm.
Yeah, that sounds like Doomsday.
Yeah, exactly. And that was, see, here's the fight. Let me look at how high energy and high, like, look at how awesome this is, because what the silhouettes are is that she and Clark were in the middle of a date, and then like a thunder, and then like a
you ruined date night.
Yeah, what they thought was a hurricane happened, and Clark is like good with dealing with hurricanes, so he said, "Hey, why don't you come with me? I know we're not like here, but we'll still be together, so it's kind of like a work date." And then this happens. Yeah, he bloodies Wonder Woman.
Oh, he's in trouble now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That if you could do that, and that is the volume when Superman is so when Apollo insults Wonder Woman's honor by calling her the S word you should never call a woman. Let me put it to you that way.
I'll
tell you what. I'll put it in the private chat.
I mean, I know the word. I know the word. I know. I can imagine.
Yeah. So he says that he calls her that. So
yeah, that's pretty much the word I thought.
There you go. So Superman goes, "Excuse me," and then so
the heck you say?
Punches Apollo. Apollo falls into like a vat or something like that. He emerges and then he goes, "How dare you!" And then Apollo, the god of the sun, blasts Superman with sunlight. And then Superman goes, "You don't know that much about me, do you?" Wait,
Joke's
I have that
you.
image
I'm
too.
into this.
He literally goes to him. He's like, "You have." It's the Morgan Freeman. It's at that moment Apollo knew he effed up.
It kind of reminds me of that moment from Avengers where it's like power at 400%. How about that? And then just blast Thor.
Yeah, hang on. You have to see this moment. It is my favorite Superman moment of all time. But yeah, so while I find this, who is your other like favorite?
All right, so my other favorite, I kind of want to bring this back to like more classic artists, because like we can talk about like artists from like the 90s and today as much as we want, and that's great art. But I want to highlight some more of the classic comic artists. And for me, one who is truly iconic is John Romita Sr.
Yeah, he's so good. So here's what happens. Superman is knocked back into a vat. He emerges. He punches Apollo. Apollo's like, "How dare you? I am the sun!" Blast Superman with sunlight. He's standing there glowing. He goes, "You hit me with sunlight? You don't know that much about me, do you?" And then punches him through a mountain.
And I just love like Wonder Woman's look, like, I love this man.
Here's the conversation. Superman goes, "Before you say anything, I know you could have handled yourself." And then Wonder Woman goes, "True, but I enjoyed watching you all the same." This is why I love that relationship. You get moments like that.
They respect each other.
Yeah, he's like, "I know you could have handled it," and she's like, "Yeah, but I enjoy a chivalrous dude." So, but anyway, so yeah, classic artist
is John Romita Sr.
Mm-hmm.
And in particular, his Spider-Man run.
Yep, I'm pulling it up.
I just think the way that he draws women, like if you can find something like Gwen Stacy for John Romita Jr. Let's see, Senior. I mean, sorry. John Romita is not
also here with the Mary Jane.
Yeah, but I'm more talking like his late '60s run.
Okay.
Yeah, because he took over after Steve Ditko.
Yeah.
And he was there for like the night Gwen Stacy died and a lot of that stuff. And what I love is, honestly, in particular, the way he draws hair. Like,
yeah, look at that.
Look at the way that like he does that. You kind of have like the shine to her hair. Because the thing is, you got to realize about like this like art is these are almost all flats. Okay, it's just like the bare colors. So the inking had to really pick up a lot of the pace. And oh my god, I love like the hair, just like the way it's like drawn.
The other thing he does really well is he communicates the flow of the hair really well.
I really, really agree. Can you look up the Spider-Man No More picture? Because I believe he did that one as well.
Yeah. Spider-Man No More.
All right.
Like that?
Yeah, just look at that picture. Like for instance, that is like one of the most iconic images for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And just like look at the lines, the rain. Like that is honestly, I don't think modern artists have been able to top this quality of art. Like, obviously, like the thing is, if you just put this with if you put this through like modern coloring, like for example, if Gabe Altaid were the one to color us, it would look like a modern comic image. Well, actually, no, it would look better than modern comics. Have you seen modern comic art?
Yeah, exactly. I've seen Spider-Man Blue. I've seen the Nightcrawler retcon. I've seen that.
Yeah, and just like yeah, and lastly, look at Gwen Stacy, John Romita Sr. because like he drew her. Oh my god, and like the one good thing, like one of the good things I'll say about Sins Past is when they had Gwen Stacy, they really were doing a John Romita Sr. I think they actually did a decent job.
he referenced the story without being prompted.
Do you have any idea how hard that was? All right, highlight the Mary Jane and Gwen pick right there. Yeah, like look at that. How like seriously.
And he manages to make both hairs look like similar. Like, you know, he's trying to make this as easy as possible on him by like trying to make it look the same, but he makes it look distinct enough.
All right, the picture of Gwen on the phone, that's just her. That's right next to it.
Yeah,
that one. Like, look at that. It's very simple, but like it's effective. It is very super effective, actually. But see, this is a thing that like a lot of modern artists don't realize is limitations can breed innovation, because this is like rather simple art, but because he's such a master of his craft, like the way he places things, he does so much with so little. What are your thoughts, Jared?
Yeah, exactly. That's the cool part about because I recently started reading a lot more classic stuff. Well, like I read Jack Kirby's New Gods. He's one of my favorite classic artists, and it's simplistic in a good way because they were able to get away with a lot more with a lot less. Like some of the most iconic images that are recreated in movies, animated, and other comics are this.
Yeah, like for example, in Spider-Man 2, they did a shot-for-shot remake of Spider-Man No More.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to realize is like 60s and 70s Spider-Man is was Sam Raimi's. That is Sam Raimi's time. So of course, like Sam Raimi was going to perfectly redo one of the most iconic images from his youth. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, but yeah, again, this is why this again why people keep going back to this type of art in terms of like stuff they enjoy, because some artists today, they feel the pressure to like put as much crap in an image as possible, and it just like it gets a little overwhelming. It's too much noise. Here it's like just that it can be a compelling image, because over here she's communicating fear and all that stuff.
Yeah. So what's the next artist for you?
Jack Kirby. So I'll pull that up. Hang on.
Yeah, Jack Kirby's
particularly
really
his New Gods run.
Hmm.
Because here's the really cool part about, like, say, this image right here. I'm going to pull this up. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing I like about Jack Kirby is he put a lot of stuff in his images. He did. But he did it in a way that it, for some reason, it's not overwhelming, if you know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah. You know, and like, yeah, like, the same could really be said for George Perez. I think George Perez really does come from a similar school of art.
Okay,
of
wait.
Like,
if you mention George Perez, okay.
You're looking up his Wonder Woman run, aren't you?
If we're talking about guys that were really that were really skilled at drawing women, George freaking Perez. I'm trying to find one of my favorite images. How about this, where Wonder Woman is having a romantic dream about Superman?
Of course, you would bring that up.
Or like it's just like that. Or like,
can you do the one where like her back's to the camera, has like the back length, like flowing curly hair?
Back is to the camera.
Go all the way up.
I am all okay.
The one in the corner. The one in the corner. That one.
That's not her. That's not a Perez image.
Who is that?
That is a. I forget who did that. I know it's. I don't.
Wait. No, go down. Go down. It says it on the cover. I have to. I think I know. Oh my God! It's Bill Loebs. It's Bill Loebs, my man.
Yeah, it's Bill Loebs.
Okay, Bill Loebs is a personal friend of mine. I see each other at conventions a lot, and if I can manage it, he will draw a cover for Screecher. So I'm sorry. I gotta add Bill Loebs to the list.
No, what I mean, but look at the way he draws, like young innocent Diana. What George Perez communicates is the Gal Gadot when she first shows up in Man's World and like, oh, the baby and all that stuff. That's what he communicates.
The picture where she's kind of standing, there's a lot behind her, like the top row, second from the left. That one, yeah. Oh, I love that picture.
He even puts like he puts like a crap ton of the gods in these images. Like he fits so much. You can see each individual brick.
And but the thing, and the like, I keep obsessing over the hair because like I love how it's,
speaking of hair,
because like he does the curly hair and he lights it so well, because like John Romita Sr.'s hair was always super straight and it looked great, but the thing is, George Perez does the curly hair and it looks just as good as Romita hair, but the curly is more difficult to properly do.
Exactly. So that's like, he's my top favorite, like classic artist who draws women well. Because need I say more?
You really honestly don't.
But yeah, Jack Kirby is one of my favorite, like old-timey artists, particularly when you think about how much he created.
Yeah. So real quick, I kind of want to I'm going to be a little bit like self-serving here for a moment. I want to give a shout out to my artist.
Yeah, go ahead,
Brian.
I'll do mine too.
By all means, please do, Jared. Please. And like the way that Brian draws women, it's like beautiful. And like Screecher art was kind of meant to be like more of a like we're kind of going back to more classical stuff because like yeah we got more modern lighting and we got like more modern shading, but it's not overdone. Because with this one I'm trying to evoke more of like a 90s kind of thing, and like shout out to my colorist Arden Black who just totally understood the assignment. But yeah, it's just so good. And yeah, I love the way that like Brian and Ardent really did it. So yeah, a little shout out to Screecher #2, which I will be getting it from the printer here shortly. By the time it goes live, this video goes live, I actually may have picked it up, so we'll see.
And I actually have some stuff that just came to me today, as a matter of fact.
Oh my god, the timing!
So we're working on character designs right now while I complete chapter 4 and like edit and stuff. But so Dawson Wadrick, he sent me the inks for one of my characters. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share that.
Please, I actually haven't seen this before. So
this is Hermes.
Oh, I love the way that Dawson spots blacks. Like, oh my god, this looks really good.
Yeah, I know. So what we were going for with this is, yeah, is like he obviously he's our super speedster and he's named Hermes. But what we wanted to give is when we were designing the character, the thing that we constantly try to do is let's make him not look like Flash, but still have that speedster look. So that's why he has a lot of like the wings on the sides and stuff. So it's Hermes, the Greek god.
I'm honestly, if you told me that this was going to be the season 10 speedster villain for Flash, I would believe you.
Yeah. And he's going to be like more blue and red in terms of actual colors. But yeah, I saw this and I really dug how Dawson did all the inking on this.
Yeah, what I really like is like the boots, because Hermes tends to have like the wings on his feet. I like how like you kind of brought him up more to the like the knees, but you still have that kind of design element there. Like I really think that's nicely done.
Yeah, and if you want, I can show we have one completed character.
Ooh.
So you can check that. It's my Superman.
Okay.
Now this one we were going is call sign is Atlas, and we wanted to have like a Superman-y feel, but have more of like again the Greek pantheon like look.
Only question is, does Atlas shrug?
Many times. So that's Atlas.
I like the white and gold are just like the way the gold accents the white is. Mwah.
That's what we were going for. That's what we were going for because again, I didn't want it because obviously this is my version of the Justice League. I'm just going to be honest with that. But what I wanted these to look distinct enough that they could stand on their own and not be seen as like a Superman knockoff.
I gotta say, I love like the half skirt thing where it's like almost like a toga.
That's exactly what we were going for. And by the way, that was not in the original design that was added by Dawson. I was like, that's a fantastic idea.
One suggestion, and feel free to discard this completely. I would add a little bit of gold trim onto the toga portion to kind of make it pop a little bit more. That's what I would do. If you don't want to do it, that's perfectly fine. I'm just
I'll think about that. But yeah, the idea is, since he's also the leader, I went with gold for a little bit more of a regal look.
Yeah.
It's like even my princess character, she will get like I'll pull up Athena's character design. So here's Athena's like design when she first shows up to Earth.
I mean, gold is just like the perfect accent color. Gold makes anything look good.
Yeah, like see over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that's her. I just arrived at Earth look, and then I have her battle armor, which is actually on my Twitter. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull that up. Where is it? Here we go. And then her battle armor is going to be the same colors as her dress, but like a little more like Wonder Woman themed. Exactly. And then in terms of other characters that we have concepted and figured out how we're going to do it. So here's my like Batman / tech guy. He's supposed to be like a mix of Batman and Iron Man. His name
What's
is
his character called?
Hephaestus. Because
Nice.
he's also the one that maintains the team's gear.
Okay. What's his color scheme going to be?
I believe I have to talk to Dawson about that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I would avoid the typical Batman colors.
Yeah, 100%. We're not doing that. And then here's my like bruiser / brawler.
Okay.
Call sign Achilles.
He's Achilles.
Well, yeah, and we went with more of a 300 Spartan warrior, and he's a little shorter than everyone else.
So
it's
tell
kind of
me,
like Wolverine.
Does Achilles have to watch his heels?
Okay, moving on. And then I have like one of the main antagonists of the book, Xerxes. He's kind of more of a demonic alien. Like,
is he a generous god?
Yes, he is. And in fact, what he can do that's actually really cool, he can possess people across the galaxy.
So you need to have him like walk down a set of stairs and say, "I am a generous god."
That'll probably be in book 3. But yeah, so that's like a lot of what we have done so far. And I gotta say, you know how when you picked a good artist for your project when he sends you a character design and it's literally what you were imagining in your head.
Yeah, you got a good artist there. I keep him close.
Like
he's probably gonna get offers from Disney here soon.
Yeah, he'll send me stuff and I'll be like, God damn it, Dawson, this is so good. I've never given him feedback because you know what?
That's
it's all what I
world,
want.
brother.
It's all what I want.
That is a great feeling. I've had that happen to me a couple times. And it is a great feeling. So treasure these moments, my friend.
Yes, exactly.
So getting back to like more standard artists, what was your third pick?
Third pick is Fabok because here's what I love about Fabok, particularly his Batman. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up a dope image of his Batman because he gets like the dark mood of Batman. And okay, so I pulled up, this is the perfect image. And by the way, his Batman literally looks like Batfleck. Like, whenever there's an image of Affleck and people want to say he looks like Batman, this is the image they go to.
Ooh.
Like, look at that. Isn't that dope? Just the way he gets like all the shadows and just his Batman feels like he's trying to intimidate you.
Yeah, for sure. And
then he actually does. So what's kind of cool is when he first came to DC, he pitched a new design for Wonder Woman that wasn't used until the Amazo virus story, because that's where this design comes from. Hang on. And yeah, I have an image right here. With like a little bit more of the gauntlets being like fingerless gloves. A little bit more of it looking like armor. Yeah, so yeah, he's and the thing I love about him is, again, he gets like the energy you want from these god characters, and which is why with him showing up to do, by the way, he did do a variant poster for Comic-Con when BVS was happening that it may or may not be my phone background. Like, you might want to share my screen.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll take it. This is great. It is officially my phone screen, by the way.
Okay.
So who else you got, Nick?
All right, so for my final pick, I was torn okay, so I have my main third pick, and then I do have a fourth honorable mention because he's kind of similar to another artist. So this is my third pick, and this is Mike Mayhew.
Oh.
He's a bit of a painter, kind of like in the Alex Ross tradition. and he does just gorgeous women. Like,
It
oh
kind of
my,
looks like 3D, kind of.
yeah, and like look at his
Oh, that looks
mystique.
dope. Oh man.
Like, look at this.
Speaking of retcons, but okay.
But just look at this. Look how good this looks.
That looks real.
Yeah, I love it. Like, oh my, like, look at his Psylocke. Like,
Yeah, that
seriously,
just
these look
looks
really
so good.
Let's see here if there's any of his Catwoman. Like, oh my God, look at his Black Cat.
Yeah, that looks dope.
Yeah, like this guy is kind of like he's more in the Alex Ross, kind of thing. But he's just like, yeah. But for my fourth honorable mention, we got to talk about Mark Silvestri.
Yeah, I gotta say, because he's one of the gods of drawing female women.
Like he is in the Mike Turner mold. I mean, he worked with Mike Turner.
I think he actually trained him.
Yeah, like Mark Silvestri is really, really freaking good. Oh my God,
Witchblade, all those
Lady
classics. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is really good art.
Yeah, he get, because here's the thing: what artists of the past didn't get. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. What artists of the past got, what newer artists don't, is you gotta have the characters drawn feminine instead of masculine.
And we got this wonderful thing. The pool party scene, I think, just perfectly displays Jim Lee's talents.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. Like this, like, yeah, this is a scene that just gets, Jared.
I have all three of those covers, by the way, shiny foil.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Also, I may be doing an homage to this.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
But yeah. So, all right, who else would you mention?
Well, probably David Finch, and I'll pull up his stuff. Hang on. He was one of the guys that really taught. He basically taught Jason Fabok how to be an artist. So he was very much instrumental. And plus, I actually met him in real life. He's a super nice guy. I asked him Super Wonder versus Wonder Bat. He said Super Wonder. So there you go. This is kind of his design. He was responsible for this costume change that didn't last because the fans freaked out that they were changing, because DC at the time wanted to have Wonder Woman have a full bodysuit instead of the bikini, but then everyone freaked out because the bikini is kind of iconic to Wonder Woman.
I mean, to be fair, this costume isn't really that bad.
And what's cool, arm blades pop out of the gauntlets.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. This is the Wonder Woman costume that Athena's battle armor is mainly based off of.
Nice.
But yeah, so I like that. He gets a lot of hang on, I'll do this. Hang on. David Finch Batman. You haven't lived until you've seen a David Finch Batman image.
Okay.
Get a load Batman. Hang on.
Yeah, because that's Dave Finch. You're kind of going against the directors. So.
Oh, David. Okay. Yeah. Hang on.
Nice.
I'm trying to find a good a good shot a straight up. Yeah, he did this one. I'm sure you've seen this image of Batman.
I have. It is glorious.
Yeah, exactly. He gets the dark vibe of Batman so well.
All right, so there's another artist I gotta shout out, and he's basically the progenitor of the image style. Like without him, you wouldn't have people like Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane,
Art Adams.
Yes, I mean, just look at his stuff. This guy was doing the image style long before. I mean, this is more modern stuff, but still, look at how good this is.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's kind of you can tell he kind of comes from the Romita school of how to draw people. I mean that in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
But he does kind of bring things forward. Like this is kind of getting closer to more of an Image style. But still, it's like he's Art Adams is basically I would say if Todd McFarlane and John Romita Sr. had a baby.
Sweet. And I guess we mentioned it. We have to bring up Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, I'll bring up his art. So I got you.
Yeah, and actually, there's one more artist that I want to bring up for my thing.
Yeah, we'll do that after Todd.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, yeah, he's good, but I feel like Todd kind of falls into like the excess category of the art. Like it's good looking women, but it's just so excessive with some of the stuff. It turns me off a bit, honestly. Where are her organs? You know.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's it. Oh wait, that's actually AI art, so that's why.
So I'll just do that.
I don't think that's Todd McFarlane.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Jim Lee.
That's good, but still, it's I don't know.
Isn't that Angela image him? Like Ethan Van Sciver. Like, look at that hair. You want to talk about like George Perez hair?
Well, if you're gonna pull up Ethan Van Sciver, why don't you show the character that he co-created, Jessica Cruz?
Oh yeah, the best Green Lantern character.
Co-created by
I said that.
Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like
I love where he went on Twitter. One of my favorite Twitter interactions he did was he went through an entire debate with someone trying to like tell them I really co-created this character.
Nope, bring it back up, brother.
No, I'm trying to find an actual image. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
I got it.
You got me.
This was actually the cover of the Rebirth trade, which is one of the only good Rebirth books.
Ooh.
Like, look at that. You can see like Simon Baz in the in reflection because what Hal Jordan did, because at the time Hal Jordan was the leader of the Green Lanterns, he made them partners, and so they would have to work together. He gave them only one lantern. So they have to be near each other in order to recharge their rings.
Oh, wow. That's devious.
Yes, that's so Hal Jordan. But yeah, I love the way, like, to the point with the detail, because Ethan Van Sciver is one of the most detail-oriented artists out there. Like, look at the way he, like, has a lantern in the iris.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, again, that's what. Well, that's partly why he was one of the best. Actually, I got another character that he did because again, as Green Lantern. Excuse my horrible spelling, but he did Carol Ferris Star Sapphire. So we have an image right here. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, he's one of my favorite, particularly of Green Lanterns, because he got the whole he was able to draw like really, really, really in-depth constructs. Because here's the thing, and it's one of the best images of Green Lantern, where Hal, Kilowog, John, Kyle, and Guy are fighting Parallax, and Jeff Johns is describing all the different constructs. But the way Van Sciver does it is like because Kyle Rayner's an artist, you can see like one of his constructs is like a pencil and an eraser as he's drawing out the constructs. With John Stewart, he's got the little T-square thing because he's an architect. And with Kilowog, it's just a cannon.
Okay, what would be some of your constructs then? Let's play this game. I kind of want to.
Okay, cannons. Superman and Wonder Woman.
Kissing.
Obviously. And
you're just shooting Superman and Wonder Woman kissing at people.
No, it would be Superman and Wonder Woman making out, and behind her back, so Superman's giving people the finger.
Now I just want to make a mod for like a video game where it's like a gun, but it just shoots out like statues of Superman and Wonder Woman kissing.
And then the other one that I would have is a sound cannon, and what it says is "Sock it, Warner Brothers," and license the Snyderverse to Netflix.
Also, one of your constructs is literally Zack Snyder.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What would yours be?
Oh, okay. One of them would have to be probably like a video game controller.
Of course.
well, yeah.
What you should, what you would do?
No, it would be a Sega Genesis controller. I just like.
Yeah, it would be. No, you know what you do? You would construct a Nintendo 64 so you could recreate the opening YouTube video. Nintendo 64.
The worst part is I could totally see myself.
I
doing
know.
that as a
I can
Green
totally
Lantern.
see that happening.
Like, you don't want me to have a Green Lantern because I just like constantly be just making memes.
You'd be recreating real life memes. You'd have memes following you. No, you know what you do? All your Screecher memes would be following you as you walk down the street.
And then, like, as you're walking down, you see like a construct of a guy with a tuba, just like whoa, 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 and just following you around everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god,
that'd be good. Yeah, you'd be the meme lantern. There you go. I just invented a character. Meme lantern.
Thanks, I hate it. So on that very cringy note,
if any of you are like fan artists, draw meme lantern.
All right, so if you made it this far in the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're marching towards 450, eventually 500. And if you could, feel free to check out our Patreon, links below. And I got all of Jared's stuff. He's really great. Please toss him a sub. He really doesn't do much with as much with his Twitter as I do. So please give him some charity. Give him a follow.
Make it
He
sound like
desperately
I'm
needs
a dying child.
I mean,
think about the children.
Think about the children. So this has been Nick, and unfortunately Jared with the Phoenix Press. And remember, I can only show you the door. You're the one that's to walk.